I've had some people ask about the plastic that I'm using for my Battlebot outer shell, and like what kind of plastic it is and why I chose it. So it's polycarbonate. Lexan is the brand name, but it's just a polycarbonate. And let me just show you a little test of how this stacks up against like a similar thickness that you might use for a Battlebot, shell or something that was 3D printed. The two things we're going to test is part of a 3D printed chassis and a piece of Lexan, and they're both about the same size, a little tiny bit different shape, different thicknesses though. The 3D printed plastic is about 5 3/4 millimeters, and this is a PLA PHA blend. It's a PlayFab from 3D Print Life. The Lexan is about 2.5 millimeters, and this piece of Lexan is about 128 grams. The 3D printed plastic in this piece is about 171 grams. Of a piece of this 3D printed plastic, I've just got about a 1/2 inch gap here underneath these two pieces of plywood. So you see, I wasn't tapping very hard, and it did break kind of quickly there. And when it goes, this is the raft underneath of it here, but when it goes, it does tend to seem to go all at once in one big catastrophic fail. And by comparison, here's a smaller piece, but this is a piece of the polycarbonate, the Lexan. So that's about the same impact that I was giving the other one. And it's got a little bit of a scratch, but that's about it. So I'm going to hit a little harder here. So that was a pretty hard hit, and there is some scuffing and a little bit of deformation there, but it's not breaking. So now just to kind of go a little more extreme, here's the claw side of the hammer. I broke the hammer. Well, that's a good test. You can see it did make a little dent in it, but it didn't go through. So there you go. So here's the results of, this is where those the flat part of the hammer, the head of it was hitting, and then this little gouge here is where the claw of the hammer hit. But again, you can see it definitely made a mark, but it did not crack it and didn't get through. And this is again about what, 2.5 millimeters. So polycarbonate, pretty tough stuff.